Welcome to a race day Tuesday highlights, but it's on a Thursday. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, welcome to another GT3 race at Brands Hatch, where if you guys didn't see the premiere, you can go watch that. The pop-up will be in the top right of your screen, but pretty much these are going to be the highlights of the race. So kicking off with the first lap, getting straight into the action. As you can see, I am driving the McLaren 720s, and pretty much first lap, just trying to survive as any sort of normal person would, just staying with the pack, making sure not to lose too many positions, see if I can actually make any positions at all whatsoever during the lap, and just trying not to get punted into the shadow realm, because, well, that wouldn't be very good. Now, I knew for this race that I had to really utilize my handling of the McLaren, because, for example, over here, I'm trying to overtake the Lamborghini over here, but I just don't have any straight line speed at all whatsoever. So that's why it gets past me quite quickly. But then again, I come straight back at them and get a much better exit. I mean, look at that, man. That is just beautiful. And of course, like an absolute twat, ease off the track. Thank you very much. Easy position for me. And that was pretty much most of the action of the first lap. And of course, I'm going to make you watch the whole of the first lap. Well, why? Just why not? So we're going to sit here, watch the rest of the first lap. I mean, look at that McLaren. Don't you agree that that McLaren looks absolutely beautiful? Stunning. Anyway, moving on to the next couple of laps. You'll see over here, Lamborghini once again coming back at me, taking the inside. And of course, even though I've got better handling, I can't do much in the outside there. So I have to yield. But me being stubborn, I'm like, you know what, mate? I want my position back, and I go straight back at him, trying to use my handling and trying to get a move down the inside, which is really risky over here. But he manages to defend pretty well. So I thought, can I make another move over here? Unfortunately, once again, he manages to defend pretty well, and that was that for that. And moving on to the next lap, nearly lost it at turn 1 at Brands Hatch. Very easy to do so if you have driven there. And we've got a cheeky little Bentley over here trying to take the inside. Don't know what he's doing. Don't know if this guy's mad or something. But anyway, I'm like, I'm not having that. And I have the inside line. Now, any sort of normal person who does some sort of sim racing or has some sort of knowledge of motorsport, you would know that if I have the inside line, easy position for me, right? Well, as you can see here, that was not the case. But unfortunately, I just snapped back at him, tried to see if I could get him down the straight, which obviously failed miserably. And that was that. I tried to get a bit of a better exit over here, which I managed to do as well, getting a couple of tenths on him, as you'll see here in a minute. On these right hand corners that are a little bit awkward, as you can see, managed to close the gap on him quite a bit over here. And also here, you'll see in a minute, massively close the gap on him over here, right up his arse. And I'm trying to make the move on the inside. Can I get it done? No, I can't, because well, I don't have any excuse for me. Moving on down the main straight, try to make a move on him as well, going down the main straight, but you all know how that goes. No straight line speed on McLaren, kind of bullying him off the track just to assert my dominance, and failed to do so as well. However, I have still got the inside on him, and any sort of normal person would have taken this position, no problem. But this is me we're talking about, and well, I nearly lose it and not manage to retain the position. Further into the lap, because I'm such a pro driver, I spin like a pro driver as well. I mean, look at that. And the reason I say I spin like a pro driver is because I managed to not hit anything. I mean, I hit nothing at all. Look at this. Reverse out the way of the other drivers. Bob's your uncle. Just about missed me. Anyway, after a couple of boring laps with absolutely no action, I managed to catch up to these back markers, where I actually end up making a move on them over here, mainly the Bentley. So again, utilizing my handling, getting a much better exit on them, and try to take the inside over here. Very, very, very risky over here to try and make a move. As you see, goes quite wide over there. And I've now got the outside over here. I try to use the AI tactics to find the grip on the outside, and I actually managed to do it. Now, coming up to probably the best part of this race, well, in my opinion at least, is the last lap battle with this F430. Now, You'll see why in a minute, why I say so. I mean, look how close I get to him. I try maybe make a move on the outside, but the straight line speed of this Ferrari is stupid. I mean, how does one car have so much straight line speed? Nevertheless, we continue. I get a much better exit than him on turn 1. Try make a move on the inside, but he finds the grip somehow round the outside and manages to defend his position. I don't know if I was being a bit of a sissy and not committing as much, but that is a discussion for another day. Once again, get a much better exit on him, but because he has that stupidly good straight line speed, he manages to defend me off. I try bullying him off the track to assert my dominance again, but I get met with his straight line speed once again, and he asserts his dominance over me. I feel quite cowardly as he overtakes me like this. I mean, like, what is that? That straight line speed is just absolutely stupid. Anyway, moving on. Of course, I've got much better handling than him, and I try to get as many better exits as possible. Try to make a move on him on the inside over here, and I almost pull it off, in fact. Somehow, he manages not to go off. I'm going around the outside over here. Really trying to pressurize him to give me this position. Go around the outside over here. I sort of find the grip, but he just has the straight line speed once again and manages to keep his position. So of course I got really desperate. I thought like punting him off into the shadow realm because it's an AI, it's not a real person. But I thought like being a decent human being for once, and I actually had a somewhat good battle with him over here. Again, straight line speed. He managed to win that. GG.